when I was a kid, I thought jacking off meant you were gay. Like I didn't know that meant that you just were a regular person.
Right.
And so I lived with that until I was 18 years old.
You were jerking off thinking you were gay the whole time.
I just thought I must be gay. I can't stop. I must be one of those weird gay guys that's only attracted to women because I'm only jacking off to chicks and I'm hooking up with chicks. I had sex with a chick, but I can't quit jacking off. And then we got into our fraternity and they said something about jacking off. And I was like, hold on, you guys do that? And they're like, everyone does it. And I was like, where the fuck was this open and honesty?
Yeah.
Like, where was this my whole entire fucking life?
And they call it jacking off with the word like a name Jack in it.
No, that's when they started calling it rubbing one out. Oh, everyone
really?
rubs one out. Yeah, and I was like, rubs one out. And they're like, yeah, And I was like,
dude, Eddie Bravo said people would just used to say play with themselves.
Yeah.
And it was totally normal. What's going on today, man? I'm probably gonna just have some Kool-Aid and maybe play with myself or maybe get a new harp or something.
dude, I wish that had happened earlier for me growing up because I really was like, I must be a pervert.
Yeah.
There must be something wrong with me. Like, I don't think I ever really, like, at a certain age, you go, I'm definitely straight. I'm sleeping with, I had lost my virginity to a chick. All I want are chicks. I remember the first time I felt a chick up in the bushes. Remember when you go back into the bushes?
Oh, yeah.
And just make out and just play with her tit a million different ways. You're like, I've been waiting for this day my entire fucking life. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like,
oh, dude, I remember some girl didn't want me to, she was like so nervous about like God, I guess, seeing us touch each other or whatever. We're in a sand trap on a golf course, right?
yeah. Oh, shit.
She was
God
so nervous.
Damn it.
She took her fucking pants off and everything, and then like tried to cover as much of her body as she could with fucking sand, right? So then I'm young, dude. I can get through some sand for some crotch, Like this is,
Yeah.
This is fucking, I'm fired up. You know what I'm saying? I could probably shoot semen through a fucking wall of sand at that time and still hit a vagina.
As a golfer would say, she was a fried egg.
Look. So then I'm playing with this, touching this girl's crotch with sand everywhere, and it ended up kind of stopping the scenario, and she and she didn't, she got, I don't want to say sick, but she had to, talk to her mom and stuff a bunch after that.
I got a sandy hand job one time in Clearwater Beach.
Did you? Oh, yeah. Every hand job is sand on there, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, you can't keep sand off your dick north of Destin.
Just rubbing the skin off, and you just were like, it'll be over in a second. We just got to get through this. This is the hard part.
This is love.
This is mile 20 of the marathon. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Dude, yeah. Fuck yeah. God, I miss those days. Like when you were like, you'd get so excited to touch body, and you'd be like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember the first time I fingered a chick. I was on
wow.
Secret Time. I was in the haunted house ride at Disney World in Orlando, and it was the part where I never thought about it. I was in 8th grade, and I was like, we're making out on the ride, and I'm playing with her boob, and then all of a sudden I just was like, let's see if this works, and it just went in so quick, and like it just worked. It just went,
yeah,
and I was like, whoa, and then I didn't know what to do with my finger, and I just left it there like I was taking her temperature.
Yeah.
Just left it in there like, yeah, pretty nice, huh?
That's swaggy, dude.
And she's like, huh? I'm like, yeah. Okay. You're about done?
That's an old doctor move, dude.
Dude.
Bro, I remember one time I was doing a college show somewhere. This is like 10 years ago. And afterwards, I was drinking at a house right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know the house was on campus, but the police show up and they say this house is technically on campus. It didn't look like it was on campus at all. It was like a regular house.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a dormitory or like a quadruplex or anything like that. So the cops came, took me to jail, right? And there was this girl I was flirting with, and I was like excited, maybe I get to hook up. Well, anyway, I get back to the hotel where my buddies are staying in the morning. The girl slept over. She hooked up with my buddy, right?
Yeah.
And he had broken both of his. He had 2 broken arms though, so my other buddy had to hold him up while he was fucking her. He got on top of her, but then my other buddy, who was real strong, like Adonis, leaned over and just held him up the whole time by his chest, so he could just like dangle his arms, because my buddy was on top, he could just dangle his arms and still have sex. And then me and the girl ended up having sex, dude, and she had the darkest bush I've ever seen in my life. Oh. And it was like 3 or 4 inches long, and it was straight. She was like black. She was African American, but just kind of in the pussy. And it was just the hair was just very, it was more of African type of hair, And And it was just so exciting. It was such an exciting time. And that was up in Binghamton, I think.
I remember in my junior year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it must have been sophomore year of high school. We're at Ty Rodriguez's house, and everyone's hooking up. Like it was just a bunch of girls, bunch of guys. It's just like, just like fucking like, I think what did they call it? Like makeout fest or something. And then the next morning we're all eating breakfast, and everyone was like, "Did you hook up?" I was like, "Yeah, I made out pretty fucking aggressively with." I'm just saying a name like Jennifer, and they're like, "Really?" And my buddy Sean Hooker goes, "What time?" And I go,
"Oh, what an asshole!"
Probably like
nighttime
1. And he goes, "You think it was 1 or more around 2?" I said, "Well, I don't know. It was right before we all went to bed." And they started laughing. I go, "Why?" And he goes, "Because she was sucked my dick at midnight." Wow. And I was like, "Huh." And that's when everyone's like, "So wait, what's Hooker's dick taste?" I shouldn't say his name, I guess. Well, fuck it. What's Hooker's dick taste like?
Yeah. He knows, man. Wow.
But yeah, those fucking times you're like, oh God, this is going to make me into a comedian. I guess I got to have a sense of humor about this shit. I've never been a cool dude with chicks. I wish.
Really?
Never. I could never turn it off.
But I could see that.
I was always trying to be funny. Even when we got back to the room, I just couldn't turn it off.
Really?
Like, yeah, I get uncomfortable. And then like leaning in for a first kiss. Oh, dude, that's like, it's almost like talking a different language for me. Like to be able to like go from what this is right here, like this energy right here, which will work. This works with a chick. Yeah. Like hanging out, making her laugh, get back to the room, and then going from this to
slow. Dude, remember how whenever you were young,
what face is this?
Oh yeah. Okay. Crazy, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. It's like kissing a fucking lizard.
And I kiss with my eyes open.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's insane.
Scared the shit out of some chicks before. And then they open their eyes like, what the fuck? And you're like, what? But
dude, that heat, bro. I remember we played Spin the Bottle at this party, and like the prettiest girl in our town, dude. This girl I was in love with this girl. Her name was Emily Baumgartner. And she was going to kiss me. And I got this weird feeling. At first, I thought that she had to vomit and I had to vomit at the same time. I didn't know what the feeling was, right? But later on in life, I realized it means we kind of were into each other. Because I was like, what are the odds?
I love that your first kiss. It is a weird, like a...
Yeah, that was just...
And then you're like, oh, now I'm getting sick. Like, oh my God, Theo, that's fucking brilliant. Oh my God, that's so fucking brilliant. She goes in to kiss you, but it does look like you're about to be sick. Like, she's like... And then you're like, oh, I think I'm going to throw up now. Oh, do you want to get a bucket? Oh my God. Because if I see someone throw up, I throw up.
And then we just put each other's mouths and the fucking forces collide. But no, for me it was... There was something going on between us, and she liked me.
Yeah.
And I thought whenever like we looked at eeach other, there was this weird feeling, and that's when I thought we're both gonna vomit. Like I was like, oh, something. Does she have to vomit? Maybe it was just uncomfortable. But then it was time to kiss, like the bottle spun or whatever, and then I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna fucking kiss like the girl of my dreams. And I didn't know how to kiss anybody, dude. And as I got closer to her, my mouth kept opening wider and wider up because I'd seen something on television, right? Yeah. And then I literally just wrapped my whole fucking mouth like around her kind of mouth and chin. Oh. And somebody laughed, dude. Some little fucking imp. Some little fucking Mulan bluebird.
What would you rather have? You ready?
Yeah.
What would you rather have?
I'd rather that she had an Instagram so that I could see her once in a while. Because she doesn't.
She doesn't?
There's no pictures. She could be deceased. And if she is, I'm really sorry to her family. But I'd never seen any pictures of her online. I've looked everywhere.
I looked for the black kid in my neighborhood last night.
Did you?
Yeah. I looked for him. I think I found him. We have 2 mutual friends, and I think that and then he lives in Tampa. But I was looking for him last night. I just woke up, had a dream about him and his sister, and I looked him up, and I think I got him. His dad's on there, but his mom's not on there, and so I'm like, his mom might have passed. But what would you rather have? There's no question for me. To go back in time and re-experience your first kiss, or go back in time and re-experience the first time you had sex with someone.
First kiss.
Yeah. Fuck first sex. First kiss. Marie Koval, 7th grade. We were up in my bedroom. Our parents were downstairs having like a dinner party, and we were just messing around, and I was on my back, and she was on her back, and we were listening to music. And she just rolled over. I think we were head to head. She just rolled over, leaned over, and started kissing me like upside down. And dude, my tits got loose, like just shaky, and I lost my stomach. And then I was like, and then I heard my sister, Bert, Mom and Dad want you and Marie to come downstairs. And I'm like, oh, yeah, dude. And by the way, I kissed her probably like 4 times, and every single time felt like a first kiss.
Yeah. Oh. Dude, I remember there was this girl named Chrissy Hunt when I was real young. And she could have been 7 or she could have been fucking 40. And she, the first time we kissed, I think she had blood in her mouth for some reason. And it was because her teeth were all banged up. I don't know what happened to her. She may have been in a wreck right before we kissed. And, but she had blood in her mouth. And I remember thinking that was crazy. And then years later, but I remember, the neighborhood kids would lock us in a room together. Really? And we weren't allowed to come out until we kissed. And it was just the hardest fucking thing in the world, bro. It was like, I was just, because we both knew we had to, and I had to do something. I was supposed to like be the man, you know, but I couldn't be the man. Yeah. And I'm in the room, and all I want to do is kiss her, dude. And I'd usually been humping my pillow at night, and my buddy would come over, and we would practice humping our pillows. One of us would have a whistle and blow it on the other one if he was doing like bad moves on the pillow. Yeah.
Way too hard. Yeah. Kind of rapey. Back off. There you go.
Back it off. Yeah. Mutual corners of the bed.
Wrong hole. Wrong hole. There you go. Up under.
Whoa, feathers.
feathers. You're fucking the feathers out of there, chick.
But it was fun, bro. And then I remember in junior high school, finally I got to date a girl, and she looked just like a boy. Everybody thought that she was a boy. And we would kiss, like at the school bus would come, but it would come from the older school where all the older kids were. Yeah. And me and her would be standing there like waiting to kiss every time. We would always just end up hugging. And then somebody yelled out one time, just kiss each other, you fucking, and use the N-word at us, dude, right? And we were both white. And we're like, fuck, we got to do it now. You know what I'm saying? Like people are getting us racially confused. They're starting to hate us so much. Yeah. So we fucking just started making out. So, dude, it's just crazy the power of racism, dude. Fucking
I love it. That's what you draw out of that story.
Bro, and then I'm making out with this girl that looked like a boy.
The power of racism just overwhelming. Whatever.
Dude, it made me make out with the girl.
I dated her for 4 years.
Yeah. Then we dated for like a year. And she always wanted like baseball clothes and stuff for like all like the dances and all like dances. She wanted us to wear like baseball shit.
Oh, I went through a tear of lesbians, like dating lesbians. I went through a tear of them.
I could see that.
I had a period where I would date a girl and then immediately they'd come out gay, and I'd be like, God damn it, is it me? But it's not me. I think that I was just that. Yeah, dude, I was the first step. I was the least threatening of what they were looking for.
You're like John Lovitz in A League of Their Own. Just every time he goes to, he just pulls the lesbian out of. Hope you enjoyed that video, and you can watch another, and you can watch this one. You can watch this one. Different options, different choices. Some guy just brings you one option, not this guy. 2 options. Watch one. This one or this one.